Hello everyone. So in this video I'll be sharing with you this very moist, yummy, healthy banana bread recipe you can have as breakfast or snack on, just to avoid processed white flour loading your system with calories. This is a very healthy alternative if you want to live a healthy life with a healthy body size, and equally very yummy as well. So in order to come up with this recipe, I'll start with the wet ingredients. You need a bowl to mix up your ingredients, and this is banana bread, so we are using 2 ripe bananas. So get your 2 ripe bananas, mash them to get to one consistency, like soft, to one consistency, like mash, like it becomes like pap, like really to one consistency. So this is it. Mix. Banana brings in moisture in this bread, plus a very yummy flavor as well, plus very healthy for your system. So I'll be adding honey for taste, because I don't eat sugar, I don't eat white sugar, so I go for honey. I try healthy options for whatever I am trying to make. I eat honey, so I'll be using a 1/4 cup of honey, just for a little bit of taste, sweetness, but not really sweet, but just that taste. It shouldn't be flat. And I'll be using 1/2 cup of coconut oil to bring in moisture in here. You can use olive oil if you don't have coconut oil. And I'll be adding 1/2 cup of coconut or almond milk, or you can use 3 bananas if you don't have, or yogurt. So just 1/2 cup, or you add extra 1 banana. And I'll be adding 2 eggs in here, so 2 eggs, to help with rising of this cake and to bring in some like moisture again to the mouth. So these are the wet ingredients. Mix till you get a smooth consistency. This is very important. Most especially, try to get the banana to one consistency with the other ingredients. So this cake is it is bread or cake, whatever you want. This is a very good option, and a very healthy alternative, and I'll be telling you why at the end of the video. So make sure to watch this video till the end. Very important. All the ingredients will easily digest, and you will not end up with belly fat, unlike processed flour products. So this is it. Mix, and I think I forgot to add vanilla for flavor. So if you love baking like me, you will have all this in your home, just to make sure you bake your own stuff yourself at home, that are healthy. You don't go store-bought that you're buying fats to put in your system. Get these stuffs and keep at home and bake for yourself at home. So this is 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla I'm adding in there. So 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla you add. Make sure to just mix. If you notice, it's getting to a very smooth consistency, no lumps. Like if you're using coconut oil or olive oil, is naturally one consistency, so make sure everything is in one consistency, so you don't end up with lumps in your bread. You get what I'm trying to say? So this is why I take time to mix for long. So voila, this is it. Set the wet ingredients aside, and now to the dry. So for today, I've been using a lot of oatmeal for different recipes. We can try wheat flour today. Wheat is common everywhere in all grocery stores. So white flour is from wheat that is processed, but wheat is not processed, which means it's easily digest. That makes it very healthy, because you need carbs as well, but the right carbs. You don't deprive yourself from carbs, but go for the right carbs. And wheat flour is just healthy, unprocessed, and good for you, because your system will easily break it down, unlike white flour. Or if you don't have wheat flour, you can add in 2 cups of oatmeal. If you don't eat wheat, put 2 cups of oatmeal. That is fine. Oat flour, that is oat that you ground to come up with flour. Like I've shared so many of them. If you don't know how to go about it, ask me and I'll tell you. So just measure 2 cups of your flour, put in the bowl, and to be on the safe side, I always like to sieve. Once I'm done with this, you see some very rough residues at the end. That is what makes your cake, your bread, kind of too hard. Once you sieve, it has a very soft consistency to it. So make sure you always sieve your flour before you using. So this is it. Very neat. And I'll be adding 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder to rise up the cake. Very important. And I'll be adding half a teaspoon as well of baking soda to help with rising the cake so it doesn't get flat. I'll be adding half a teaspoon of nutmeg for flavor, and I'll be adding in a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of salt, just to balance the taste, kind of. So the salt is very important. If you don't add salt, it will just be kind of flat. Salt brings a little bit, some kind of, balance to your bread. So mix everything, make sure all the ingredients get into one consistency with your flour, and you now pour in the wet ingredients. So once you pour, just make sure you stir everything till you get one consistency as well. So I stir to one direction, kind of like I take it to the left, like inner to the left, like kind of one consistency. So make sure while you're mixing, you mash all the ingredients well. You see what I'm trying to do, to get a very, very smooth consistency that you don't get any lumps in your mouth. Very rich, yummy, and very healthy as well. Everything here is very healthy and will digest so fast. Yeah, so this is very important. Don't bother. I would have fast forwarded, but I want you to see how much time I take to kind of like mix, so no lumps are in here. Yeah, so this is it. I just kind of like to add some coconut flakes, this unsweetened coconut flakes, for more flavor. It brings some kind of yumminess in here. So if you have it, this is optional. If you don't have it, that is fine. This is quite optional. Yeah, so I just like it for the coconut flavor in my bread. It makes it so nice. So just mix everything to get the flakes into one consistency with your mixture, and you're good to go. So yeah, the next thing you want to do is to get your pan, your baking pan. So this is my baking pan. I kind of like protected so the bread doesn't get burned, but you can as well grease the pan with oil, with coconut oil or olive oil. So this is just so easy and time consuming for me. I don't have to bother, like, you just lift it up, and you can actually find this baking sheet at Dollar Tree for $1. So it's not even expensive, and you use like 100 times for just $1. So yeah, this is it. Put it in your oven, bake on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Yeah, so you just close it and bake for 30 minutes. The first 20 minutes you go and check. 10 minutes after you come back, this is it. So the light makes it, you don't really see how brown this is, but this is how it looks. Very rich, very moist, and very healthy. Like, have this at home and bake for yourself. If you're using a pot, you just heat up your pot to be like hot, and you put it in your pot for 30 minutes as well. Just keep checking. Don't check after the first 20 minutes and you're good. So this is it. Very moist, very rich, very healthy, and very, very, very moist in the mouth, and tastes really good as well. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. Very healthy recipe. You can have as breakfast, or you can have it as your snack on. It easily digests, unlike white bread that takes hours to digest because the flour is processed. This is not processed flour, so this is healthy, and your system easily breaks it down, which makes it very healthy. Yeah, so share this video with your family and friends so we can all stay healthy and looking good. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and see you again in my next video. Bye.